It's another edition of Friday Night Pints with the fellas. What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas?
We got the whole gang here. We got
the best catchphrase.
It's the best on the planet Earth. We got a little stag party going tonight.
Yeah, that I would wear it.
St. Hubert's The Stag is our sponsor tonight. Friday Night Pours. I got a heavy hand. We're pouring them out tonight. My man Smitty, I know you're gonna indulge. You could use it. How many more months till D-Day?
We got about two.
Two more months?
Maybe three.
Wow.
Three.
You should probably
Three
figure
more
that out.
months.
That's a big
3 more
difference.
months.
2, 3.
So I know you're gonna drink up. Glenny Balls, would you like a glass of red?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you would.
Hey.
Have you had St. Hubert's The Stag yet?
I have not. I'm excited to try it right
Give me a
now.
little, give me a little swirl. You know, breathe it in.
I'm not the biggest wine aficionado.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That's an absolute paw doing that.
I got big hands. You know big
Well,
hands.
to be fair, usually you only get a little bit when you're swirling. I give you the full glass, but take a sip. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Does it have a lengthy finish?
Everyone here has seen me drink alcohol before, and I usually make crazy faces. I think I make a weird face right now. That's tasty.
Does it have a hint of oak? I think it does. Are you ready for an adventure, Glenny?
Of course.
Because that's what St. Hubert's is all about. It's the most adventurous wine in the game right now. They're the sponsors of the X Games, so you know they're that kind of wine. They're not all like, hoity-toity. They're not sticking their nose up. They're down to have a good time with a delicious wine. You pop a bottle, you tell some stories, you have some experiences.
Show a cool label.
That's honestly the most important part. Look at that label. That's how you know it's going to be a good wine.
I might get that label tattooed on me.
For real. Look at that, The Stag. Let's go. St. Hubert's The Stag. You can follow them along on Instagram and Facebook. It's at St. Hubert's, ST, Hubert's The Stag .u-s. St. Hubert's The Stag .us, Instagram and Facebook. Or check out your local wine shop to get a bottle. Of course, got to be 21 or up. Enjoy responsibly. It's Friday Night Pours. So pour your wine, tweet at us using the hashtag. We'll retweet you, get involved in the conversation. But tonight, it's a stag party. The fellas are out.
This is actually very good wine, but
It is like, I think on like the wine, I forget Cons' wine app. It's like Vin something, whatever it is. But it's like it's got a very high rating.
But
It's
you
a very
say
good wine.
after every time you drink a glass of red to make yourself sound smart.
Wait, what's that?
After every glass of red, what do you
Yeah.
say?
It's very complex.
Very complex.
Very complex.
I usually just say I'm horny.
He does. He literally does. Every single time he talks about drinking red wine, he's horny. I'm happy. I'm happy he's dry right now for the month because if he had a glass of wine right now, I don't even know what happened. With all the fellas too.
I'd be flicking all you dickheads.
Frank's only a couple doors down. You're drinking that red wine, you start to get horny. Welcome to your first ever Friday Night Pints appearance, Tank.
No, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, man. And as well as Mintzy.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Of course. Everyone else has been on, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
newcomers. Feitelberg's gonna keep his dick down, and we're gonna have ourselves a fucking time.
I want to get back into the X Games, I think.
South Tequila, baby.
There was a stretch when I was a kid when I was big into it. Like I loved Dave Mira, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
I had to stay with me.
Wait, Dave Mir's dead?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he killed himself
I
a
forgot
couple of
about
years
that.
ago. I know, it was tragic, honestly. Dave Mira was one of my early heroes.
I forgot about that.
I don't think
Yeah,
I knew that.
which I didn't mean to bring the mood down with that, but he was my favorite guy. I love
Yep.
Dave Mira, Andy McDonald, Tony
Dave Mira-
Hawk,
Dave
Bucky
Mira's the guy-
Lasik,
I mean, the reason why I got a
Travis.
fucking-
What's that?
Dave Mears is the reason why I got a mongoose bike and pretended to know what I was doing. We just talked about this on KFC Radio about 2 weeks ago. Like, full pegs, front and back.
Yes.
Had the fucking gyro rotating handlebars, had the this, had the that. Couldn't do anything. I couldn't even bunny hop.
I got one as well, but he was the double backflip guy. He was the
Yeah,
guy who
which
was
is crazy.
He was great at vert. He was great
Yep.
at street, and now I just haven't been into the X Games. But I see it when I'm scrolling on my TV.
And it's gotten crazy, by the way, like that gigantic half pipe thing.
Yes.
Like they just keep up in the ante, obviously, because it's the X Games. They're getting down with St. Hubert, so you know they're the real deal. And everything went from like, little tricks to now like you're fucking soaring into like the atmosphere before you touch
The last
down.
thing I really remember was Dan Brown, who was the skateboarder who won one of those big ramps, and he completely lost
Let
it up
go.
there, and he hit the ground, and his shoes came
flew
off,
off. Yeah.
and like everybody thought he was dead. Everyone thought
But
he was.
was he like fine?
He walked away.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
it kind of helped him off, but I think it's when I exited. I'd like to get back into it because it is cool.
Did anybody here? We were saying how we kind of were posers the whole time. Did anybody?
I was the biggest poser. I went to multiple Gravity Games, X Games, and Warped Tours without knowing how to skateboard. Or
Did you ever rock airwalks and stuff?
no, I
Yeah.
didn't do that. But I did I had the aggressive rollerblades because I knew how to skate, but I couldn't do any tricks or anything like that. But I'd be at like the Gravity Games in Providence, Rhode Island, just like
What's up?
skating around with
What's
those
up?
on.
Yeah.
What's up, boys? What's
Yeah.
up? You
War
wanna go-
Tour.
you
311 is my favorite band, man. Yeah,
You want to go hit the fucking skate park? I'm like, I'm busy right now because I can't expose myself.
The saddest story I've ever heard, and it had the most poetic like imagery I've ever heard. John got like, he said he could skate. He went up to the half pipe.
Yeah.
Like he waited for his friends to be like, yeah, nah, don't do that, man. It's crazy. So he was like, okay, I guess I'm just doing it. Goes up to the half pipe.
This was at Skate Heaven in Providence, Rhode Island, it was like so popular. It was a level in Tony Hawk.
Right.
you
So it's
could
like
go to
there's
Skate
like
Heaven.
legit guys there.
Yeah.
So he's up at the half pipe, and he's too scared to go just down the half pipe. So he walks down the steps. And I've never thought, he said there's no like sadder walk. Because you think about it, you only walk up those steps and then you go down the pipe.
It's like taking the ski lift on the way around.
Exactly. If you're coming back down, you are a fucking loser.
I was like-
excuse me, sorry. And as these guys are walking up there to like do tricks, and like, get out of the way, pussy. You know?
I was like, I don't know, like I was probably 12-ish. I had an application out to Camp Woodward. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to fucking skate.
That place looks so cool, though.
So cool. I was
So
like,
cool.
It's like, Mom, this is where I'm going to camp this summer. Fucking Camp Woodward. Didn't know how to fucking skate, and I was like, all right, I gotta walk. I like wanted to like rescind my application after being like, yeah, no,
I'm not worthy.
I can't do it.
I mean,
so.
I can't even. I would love to just go to a half pipe and you stand on it and I would just love to go down. Like if I were to just stand on a skateboard and like tip forward, I would just smash to the earth.
No, it's impossible. Dropping in on a skateboard is impossible.
And they make
yeah.
it seem.
They
I'm not
make-
even talking about doing tricks. Just go down.
I think any father who would try that for the first time is going to crack so.
I am so retired from activities. I've been retired.
Yeah.
But like Tom Segura breaking his entire body the day playing basketball, and like every time I know a friend who's playing like Zog Sports soccer, it's like someone.
What did you say? Zog Sports?
Yeah, it's like the New York City Zog Sports called. But someone blows out their ACL or tears their shoulder because once you're pushing like 40, like some of us are, but I feel like 30 plus, even if you used to be an athlete, like your tendons are gonna pop, your shit's gonna dislocate, and it's not fucking worth it.
The only problem is I think one of those things is going to happen to me because we were talking about it on Foreplay the other day, where like I think deep down, even like when I'm about to fall asleep and there's no Twitter, there's nothing, I think I'm still an athlete. And I think I'll continue to think that way until deep into my 50s.
But
and I'm going to try something, I'm going to fuck myself up.
You're not gonna. I know you. You're smart.
Whoa.
You're not gonna try something.
Did you see how bruised and battered he was after Paige Sporanic took one at his ass?
Well, you let a girl hit him with a stick, a club. That's a little different than trying to do something. He's stupid like that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I would let Paige Sporanic intentionally hit me in the face with a golf club.
Yeah.
I'd be like, go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
Just smash me with
A
that.
couple years before that, she did. She hit it out of my mouth, and I was like, if you hit my mouth, it's going to be fun.
I didn't really
crush
know you
my
at that
face,
point.
that's okay.
I obviously knew who you were, but we didn't really like talk much.
Right.
I was like, this dude is a wild man. Like I don't care. I wouldn't let Tiger swing at my. I watched Girl with the Dragon Tattoo last night, and I saw Stellan Skarsgård with a fucking jaw hanging off because
she
Rooney
got
Mara
carved.
just clubbed the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Not interested in that.
Well, there were a couple things at that time when, we didn't have health insurance, which was the big thing. But also, like, you're so scared, like, you take a trip out there. This is like when Dave's just like, we don't have expense reports and shit like that. So I'm all the way out in Arizona, and I want to make a splash, and I want to make it worth it. So I do that, and I'm in the car with Gaz on the way there, and I I mentioned it to him. I was like, I think it'd be cool if she's down, if she could hit it out of my mouth. And he's like, well, now we're doing that. We're gonna do that. And that was the first time she had done it, and so we were extra nervous. But we made it happen. And luckily,
I mean, she's obviously a very talented golfer, but like you have to be like a trick shot golfer
That
to
would
really
have
be cool
actually
with that
been
shit.
a crossover. You would have been spitting chiclets.
He's the best, man. He's the best.
Let's go.
He's the best, and he would have been right.
Nobody better, Frank. Frank, it's been a rough day for us. Has not been good. We're actually, cat's out of the bag. We filmed this on Thursday, not today on Friday because of scheduling conflicts with Jenga and whatnot. So today was the Robinhood shutting down GameStop day, which led to the billionaires versus the retail bros, which led to my guy Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, getting in the mix, which led to Dave Portnoy coming at Steve Cohen. So Mets fans and Portnoy and Cohen all in the mix, but we just gotta chill out, Frank. That's the motto. Chill out.
I'm
Just chill
not
out, Frank.
sure
Frank,
that's
Frank,
the right guy.
Frank, look at me. Just chill out, bro. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. He's a billionaire 14 times over. He's smart. We're good. We got Lindor. We got a catcher. We bolster our bullpen. We bolster our rotation. We're good.
You know,
Relax, chill out.
You know, I always had the same recurring nightmare. It's like the nightmare from Happy Gilmore. And instead of just everything going bad,
making out with your mom.
Where do the little people come in?
and at the very end, you see Mr. Met take off his Met hat and become Mr. Yankee.
No. Frank.
You're telling him to chill out. I can see the bite marks in the side of his glass.
Yeah, I think his shirt
I
is
do
still
like.
wet.
I like that you're wearing the Red Bulls hat because I know the Red Bulls haven't really broken your heart, so there's no bite marks in the top of your hat brim.
Well, actually, I just got this hat the other day.
Oh, okay, all right.
It has
okay.
yet to be bit.
So
give it
the
some
Dolphins
time.
hat on the day the Dolphins got eliminated, that thing you almost ate clean through it.
and I don't really have much passion for soccer. to tell you
Okay,
the truth.
all right.
Right.
With
Those hats are
Cohen,
safe.
the fear isn't that he's going to lose all his money at this
Well,
point.
no, according to Frank, he's going to lose all.
All right,
but
that-
yes.
but like, isn't like he's just hated now. People, allegedly, what he had done is he bailed out.
Right.
I don't know all the
So
details.
here's what happened. There was one hedge fund, Melvin Capital, that went heavy shorting all of these stocks. Because when you short these stocks, if you're right, you make a ton of money.
Yeah.
This hedge fund, on average, returned like 30% on investment. So they were like big time. But they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar because they shorted all these stocks that went through the roof. And they basically like, we're going to go under. I don't know whether that means you're filing bankruptcy or you're insolvent or whatever. But yeah, they were fucked. The owner, the founder of that, the guy who runs it, was Steve Cohen's protege.
Okay.
So he and another dude broke off $2.75 billion to bail them out and keep them afloat. Yes, this is now becoming like the retail side of things, the average Joe versus the big bad billionaires. And because Steve Cohen is the biggest and the most vocal and bailed this out, it's kind of like, yeah, he's the enemy. But I think it's like he helped out a buddy, helped out a friend. He doesn't have anything to do with Robinhood. He doesn't have anything to do with Robinhood stopping letting people invest in GameStop. He's just a billionaire. Now, yeah, people just hate billionaires. So, and right now he's like the most vocal. Dave is putting the target on his back. But Steve Cohen doesn't lose. When it comes to money and shit, he doesn't lose. He's probably gonna make money on this. So take a little bit of a hit, ends up on the long run probably making cash, and in the process, got in the mix with Dave. But I mean, Dave's just accusing him of like crimes and shit. So he had to speak up and be like, I didn't fucking have anything to do with like Robinhood stopping people from investing. Chill out. Just chill out, Frank. And everyone who's like, this is why we're not signing free agencies. We're all gonna go bankrupt. He responds on Twitter. He's like, why would one thing have anything to do with the other? Why would this business have anything to do with this business? Like, no, it's fine. So everyone, chill out.
It's just that it's been so much pain.
But nothing's
We
happening.
just traded.
Nothing's
Nothing
happening,
bad has
Frank.
happened, Frank.
He has $14 billion.
We just traded for Francisco Lindor.
You know what it is? I've been suffering since 2007 with post-traumatic Mets disorder.
That's fair.
And we started in
Frank,
2007.
Frank, do you sit up at night and you write these, or are these just all off the dome?
They're all up to date.
Listen, you have done me a great service. Because prior to you, I was the negative one. And people used to get mad at me for being negative, and I'd be like, fuck off. But then you came along, and you're so goddamn negative that I kind of get it. I'm like, all right, I understand. We can't always say the sky is falling,
I mean,
especially when literally nothing's happening, Frank. I'm right there with you. If we blow a game in May, the bullpen blows it, I'll jump out the window with you. But
know
right
what?
now, nothing has happened, Frank.
You know, I've been in one minor accident in my life, and it was listening to a Mets game as they blew a lead in 2007 while driving.
Yeah, you crashed the car listening to the Mets collapse?
Yes.
Where'd you crash?
I went to a red light and I hit somebody.
Was this
Oh,
intentional? Was this like one of
dang.
those like when you got the hand on the steering wheel and you're like just
Whoops.
a little bit and this all this stops?
Well, I stopped and it was all, and it wasn't like I didn't. This is a minor fender bender, but so it wasn't
Oh,
like
okay.
like anything really
But yeah,
bad.
listen, the 07 Mets can drive you to near death, that's for certain.
I can't listen to the song "Waking Up When September Ends" anymore.
Yeah,
Nor
I
can I
remember
listen to "Free Falling" from.
Okay, okay, but let me ask you something. Would you rather be us, a Mets fan, or a Cleveland Indians fan?
Well,
True. See?
Cleveland Indians' longest drought in baseball right now.
I mean, he's got, imagine, you're a Nets fan, but imagine the Knicks misery of the Dolans mixed with baseball misery. That's Jeff.
Yeah.
That's the Indians. That's insane. The Dolans should be That family needs to be
Not
like
be allowed
put
to
behind.
touch
Yeah,
sports teams.
seriously.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're-
doesn't one of the Dolans now own the Indians, right?
Yeah, they have.
His
See,
bro-
the
his-
lowest,
is it brother or what?
lowest nephew?
Nephew?
Lowest pay. Wait, flip that. Uncle. I forget what
yeah.
I forget what the order is, but
Okay.
it's a Dolan.
Right.
Lowest payroll in baseball this year.
And the worst thing about it is when the
It's
stadiums
close.
were
You
empty
just had
last
that-
year, they had that big picture of flow out there, which naturally would probably cause a lot of people to want to strike out.
Well, they.
Sometimes I don't even know what he says
never
or what
know
the
what
joke
it's-
is, but I
you
see
never-
his smirk and I'm like, I know there's a
You
joke.
never know.
I know there's a
You never
punchline.
know when
Yeah,
there's a punch.
listening to Frank is like listening to someone in a foreign
I mean,
language.
you-
just gotta read
you
body
know the-
language. Like,
Yeah, right.
Your negativity, like, and I'm pretty negative too. Like, you and I are two of the more pessimistic fans you'll meet.
Yes.
Granted, mildly warranted in some respects. Though
I think
I did have a
very
team. I did have a
warranted in a
team
lot
win
of
a title
respects.
just 5 years. So like,
Yeah.
I have a little bit. But the Nets played their third game of the year, and I said, "All right, how we feeling, Frank?" And you're like, "Well, Nets are going to finish below 500 this year."
The below 500,
One
but
and
at
two.
that point they had two superstars and they ended up going to make the move for James
I
Harden.
mean-
I mean,
When I know you have Seamus Fleming, I know there's the bad luck.
what's your
He
what's
became
your
a
record
potato
right now?
farmer the day of the
The day the potato the famine started.
Yeah.
Right.
the day.
I know that game, man. I mean, listen, I got the mush too. We invested in Nokia yesterday, and we just stopped the whole stock market.
no,
Stock market.
I'll tell you what. Last night we were double money. Not so
Were
much
we?
anymore.
No.
But-
we did the episode yesterday, and I made it more of like a broader, like philosophical thing. I was like, I'm so sick of just being on the sidelines of life. I was like, I heard about this GameStop thing like a couple weeks ago. I could have done it. I could, and then people were like, do AMC next, and I didn't do it. And they're like, do Nokia, and I was like, I never do anything except for podcasts and shit. I'll do Barstool, but I never go on the trip. I never make the call. I never make the investment. It's like, we're doing it.
Yep.
Feits purchases $500 at Nokia for us. We stopped the stock market. We ruined it for everyone.
My great grandfather, not Seamus, but I had a great grandfather that actually owned a bar in Belleville that was making good money.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, boom! Here comes prohibition.
Oh wow.
You're shut down.
Yeah, man, that's brutal. That's like some pandemic shit. where it's like,
No speakeasy.
Should have had a little go-get-it attitude like the Kennedys did.
why don't you just start starting it up in the bathtub,
I mean,
Frank? Or the Flemings on that one.
I mean, I had a cousin that was once the president of Seton Hall.
What the hell does that mean? What is that?
I don't think that one was a joke.
Yeah.
I was trying to read it.
We're talking
last
about
two are
prohibition
jokes.
and shit.
No.
last
Wait,
two.
oh, it was a joke.
No, the last two were not jokes.
No, so he was the president of Seton Hall.
Yeah.
And that has
Wait, what's the
what to do with
what was
what?
the bad?
No, just talking about how it's
Just
like
the Fleming success.
just the Fleming success is few and far between. And even
Oh,
if you do get to take a bow of poverty.
Yeah.
There was actually another Ben Mintz who shorted the stock market during the Great Depression and became a multimillionaire. But
Really?
he obviously knew a little more than I did about the stock market 100 years ago.
Do you fuck around with this stuff at all?
A little bit. My dad
Yeah?
was a financial consultant.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not, a little bit. I won't say
Were you in
much.
on any of this stuff?
No, I haven't been. Because I moved 4 times last year. We're rebuilding our financial portfolio. 3 jobs,
You
4
moved 4 times in
3
1 year?
jobs, 4 moves last year. Yeah.
All right, run me through it. So start at
Started
the
doing
beginning.
sports radio. I was in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was drive time for 4 years. I get let go with COVID.
Wow.
Go back to Oxford, Mississippi, and play online poker for 3 months when it blew up during COVID. Got hired by ESPN Baton Rouge, the LSU flagship, in early July.
To do what?
And I was doing well in Baton Rouge, and then
To cover football and shit? Or
yeah,
what?
I was the night show, but did a lot of gambling and LSU. And then the video of me screaming at Lane Kiffin at the TV goes viral.
That's
and
all.
then I ended up
That's
here.
not a bad. That's a hectic year, but not a bad one.
Yeah,
like
worldwide
COVID fucked you,
pandemic.
but it was always like ESPN picked you up and drive time and like.
Oh, it was great.
Like there was a lot of good shit going on.
4 cities, 3 jobs during a worldwide pandemic. I'd only
Wow.
spent 1 night in my life in New York and moved up here. And it's been awesome. Thank y'all for having me. I love it.
What? How did the poker stint go?
It was good. I
love you.
It's good. Yeah, well, I was pretty broke when I got laid off, and I got 5th in a $100 tournament for $14,000. Like the first week I was in Oxford, and so that kind of lived off the.
If I ever won 14 grand on a, I mean that's nobody in the Flemings is making 14 grand on
Well,
a poker tournament.
you know, the one time I've ever played poker, I played
Let me
blackjack.
guess.
I know this one. I know this
Oh,
one.
I've heard it. Yeah, this is
I
a
know
good
the
one.
story.
Okay,
and,
go ahead.
5 consecutive hands, I hit on 12 and got face cards.
Wow. You know, Frank.
I believe you have a blackjack story very similar, right?
Can't book them all, you know.
Well, no, this is blackjack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
12, hit on 12, 5 straight times, 5 straight
Yeah.
face cards. That's the Fleming difference, man. It's unbelievable. You need to also do like voiceover work for cartoons.
Okay.
Your voice is perfect.
I'm thinking about doing some. Everybody always says my voice sounds a lot like Patrick Mahomes because he was in East Texas
Got
and
that
North Louisiana.
little
So I
froggy
think,
thing?
yeah, just gravelly. I think we may have to bust something out for the media day. So
Okay,
here soon.
I like that.
I was picturing a drunk bear, but
Yeah,
He got the right arm in the family.
like a very animated cartoon character with the
An
accent
alligator.
voiceover. An alligator?
Boom.
Oh.
An alligator.
Frank, is that a scar on your arm or just from leaning? Oh, I thought you had a
Just
big
from
fucking
leaning.
scar on your arm. Jesus. I was like, how bad does the Fleming luck get? Yeah.
You feel threatened by all the poker players that work
But
here?
the only
I
thing
feel
I have
you
is
were the OG.
my hand is completely dry and chapping and like
Oh,
falling
Frank's
apart.
on the cross, Frank.
Put some lotion on, Tank.
Yeah, really.
I hate to
Back to
feel a
poker.
lotion
Back to
though.
poker. You
Yeah.
been playing a
How
lot
you,
of poker or what?
Yeah, you've been playing it all?
Living in Jersey, played a little bit. We had deals, the dog and I, with some rival companies before. But I mean, this is how great Barstool is. The day, I was telling Mintzy this today, the day the Penn announcement was launched, the day any of us, like under you guys, knew about it.
Oh, I didn't know until you guys knew.
Essentially, was the dog and I were in Borgata for the Borgata Fall or Winter Classic, like a big $3,200 buy-in for BetMGM. But it was like day 2 of the tournament, and we're both in it, and we were like, we text Erica like, "Hey, should we do this and keep promoting BetMGM?" She's like, "Yeah, let it go."
That's fucking
Okay,
funny.
should we just fucking fold our chips?
Oh my
That's-
god. Imagine if you guys like went on a run, won the fucking tournament for BetMGM.
Yeah,
That is very
That is so Barstool.
no,
That's
no,
so
but
Barstool.
love Mintzy, and hopefully we can.
I mean,
some
there's
little-
got to be
little
so
Nate versus
much.
Mintz.
There's got to be so much opportunity with Penn now. Once table games come back and people can get in
Why don't
poker
we
rooms
do
and
a
shit.
Piano owns
Barstool
the
poker
Heartland
tournament?
owns the
I mean,
poker
I
tournament,
feel
too.
like we've been talking about that.
Why?
like,
Yeah, it's like such an
for-
easy
Well, you know
thing
what
to
it
do.
is. Dave hates Nate. That's it. If Nate looked or was Caleb, we would have been doing poker shit all day.
I'll
every
defend
day.
the dog here.
I'm not
Logistically,
even not. I'm just saying that's a fact. Dave
yeah.
hates
Well,
Nate.
I mean, he get a little more leeway, but logistically, it is tough to do stuff like that and
Especially
keep it like
where
long standing.
gambling is legalized, and where you can
Exactly.
play and all that
States,
shit.
and even like if we all want to play poker here, like nobody's going to watch us just play poker unless there were rabbit cans in the table.
I would watch like
While we
any
card and
video
stuff. Like,
series
it's
of
tough
it.
to set up.
Like a little mini series I'd watch on a
definitely.
Barstool poker game.
We might have something set up in the future.
Speaking of Caleb, you've been doing those Sunday conversations.
Yeah, they've
Which
been.
are
We did them all football season. Now we're in a little bit of a hiatus, but we might be doing a few soon. I was supposed to do one this week, but
Went out to California, right? Or where
yeah,
was it? California?
beautiful Los Angeles.
To
We,
do a Sunday conversation with the one and only Wiz Khalifa, who just decided, nah, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, no, it was the worst trip. I mean, LA is a shithole right now. It's so fucking miserable.
So I haven't actually talked to anybody who's been there.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been there.
People say something about New York, and I don't think it's that bad. Is it truly like
I've been there 3 times in the fall for Sunday conversations.
Shitty?
It's horrible. I mean,
me? Like, what do you mean?
me, Caleb, and Dana went last month for Michael Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in Venice Beach. We were doing Michael Irvin Saturday. Our entertainment for Friday night. We went to get some takeout tacos. And we drank
There's just nothing out
drank
there.
some drinks in our hotel lobby.
Hey.
You can't do anything. There's no outdoor dining in California.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's no outdoor dining in California.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
you can't outdoor dine in California.
Did you
That is
did you hear
nuts.
about the movie set? The movie set.
I don't know about the movie set.
There was a restaurant that can't have outdoor dining, but across the
Yeah.
street there was a restaurant that was being used for a movie shoot, and they had like a whole bunch of people out there dining.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
And
The
It was just
hypocrisy
miserable.
is
I mean,
nuts.
we had Wiz
But I mean, yeah,
on-
people are. I mean, Rogan's bailing on California,
Musk left.
Segura, Tim Dillon, everybody's leaving. It's like a mass exodus.
Well, yeah, we had Wiz, and then we got there Monday. We're in California, obviously. Get there on Monday. We have to get an Airbnb, by the way, because Wiz wants to smoke in the Airbnb. So we get an Airbnb, and I'm like, all right, at least we get a nice
Staying
pool.
like a home. Yeah.
At least we got a pool.
No.
It's 53 degrees and hailing. Where am I? I'm in Southern California.
There is
That's tough luck.
a crazy bit of weather because I have buddies who are on a golf trip right around where Riggs is in Arizona, and
Wait, is Riggs in like a single spot right now? He's staying in Arizona?
Scottsdale.
Okay, he's been there for a little while?
Yeah, like about a month.
I thought he was just,
There's
still on the
like
go all over the place.
the worst rain in like 50 years there this weekend. And my buddy's going on like a golf trip and they're in Arizona. It actually ended up being okay, but that's the same.
It was crazy. It was
story
hell
you
in
guys
California. There's nothing to do. You can't do anything. Can't go anywhere. So my entertainment for the 2 days I was there, we got a little rental car. I drove around. I love driving around though.
Yeah,
see all the spots. When I was there last month, I did. Where'd I go last month? I went to drove by the Playboy Mansion, drove by the Chateau Marmont.
Do you get much of a view of the Playboy Mansion?
Not really.
I imagine it's probably pretty.
I
And
feel
then,
like
so
I want a driveway, probably.
You don't go to the beach.
This time-
I was in Huntington in September, and I'm gonna be honest.
Well, we were in
I loved it.
we were in
Nobody
Newport
was-
Beach.
Yeah, empty beach is
Newport,
We were in
Santa Ana?
Newport Beach in September, and it was beautiful. I went to the beach then.
Okay.
But this time around on Tuesday morning, I just woke up at like 7 a.m. Drove to Vince's house, season 1 of Entourage. Couldn't see shit. Horrible. Drove to Dodger Stadium. I was like, oh, let me go see Dodger Stadium. You can't see Dodger Stadium from the street. I didn't know that. It's on a fucking mountain. You can't see it.
Chavez Ravine.
Chavez Ravine.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
see
in
it.
the
And I
bottom
think
of a
maybe
fucking ravine.
normal times I could have drove up at least or take a peek of it. But it's a COVID testing area, so I couldn't even see Dodger Stadium. Then I drove to Rose Bowl. That was kind of nice.
I would love to
How
see
many
Glenny
fucking
behind the wheel.
miles did you
I
put
don't know
on
why
you?
that's funny. Glenny driving. makes
Glenny
me
is
laugh.
naming things that are not that
Far
close to each
apart,
other.
yeah.
And California traffic is notoriously
There
like.
was no traffic.
Yeah,
that was
that's the other positive. But
I left at 7 a.m. I was back by 11. I got a breakfast burrito on the way back.
Newport up to like Pasadena and
Far
Dodger.
No, we were in Newport. We were in Newport for Hunter Henry.
Okay,
films.
okay.
We were in Woodland Hills.
That's a drive.
Balls used to take weekend day trips down to get cheesesteaks.
I'm a
left
sucker.
and right.
I'm a sucker drive guy.
Big drive
Long
guy.
Island
I've
to
driven
Philly
affiliate
to
for cheesesteaks
Love
during
that. Love that
during
move.
coronavirus. I don't know if this is bad or not.
Glenny,
During
you would
the day.
drive to Philly just to grab a cheesesteak and turn around?
100%. I'm a big drive guy. I love a good drive.
I like to drive myself.
Sounds like you're an
I-
even bigger cheesesteak guy.
Literally
Yeah.
during
I wish I mean I've thought about doing that specifically for cheesesteaks before.
literally the height of lockdown when we could not leave our house, do anything. Every Saturday morning, I would just wake up and drive to a random thing on Long Island. We have a duck on the end of Long Island near Montauk.
Yeah,
There's just a big
huge,
duck.
giant duck, yeah.
I went to see the duck. I didn't even see it. I pulled in.
Like a duck statue, or like a duck,
It's like
a physical.
it's a
like
big
real
duck, probably the
Yeah.
height of the
Okay.
ceiling.
Yeah.
I didn't
King
even get to
Kong
see
duck,
it. I
literally.
pulled into it
Chain duck.
for a second, took one peek, and I saw a car behind me. I got scared and just drove right off. And I went to the duck. We actually.
I love a drive. I'm with you.
I'm
but
a
would,
sucker for a drive.
I would probably not take the drives you're describing.
Philly's not bad.
I
It's
think
a
I
two-hour
would
drive.
just
Just look at things. Is
I would
very
just drive in
bizarre.
a circle before
That's
I
fine.
drive like
to
go.
see something.
Yeah.
Especially when the thing you're gonna see is like, at best you see a house. At worst you see the drive.
I mean, I did a lot. I mean, driving around LA was kind of cool. Like, I'm a big Entourage guy. It was cool to see everything, all the
Were
places.
you listening to like the Entourage Spotify playlist or something like that?
Yeah.
Totally didn't put that on. Totally did not.
I get that because the car is the one place. I think it's a car and walking down the jetway onto a plane are the two times like with headphone with music going are the two most like I'm in a movie right now moments.
It's really cool in LA. Like I said, never been to this fall. I never realized like the fucking scenery out there. It's crazy. It's such a beautiful place. All the mountains.
The Orange County Drive. Like my parents lived
It's
for a while. And,
beautiful.
like whenever I go to Vegas, I think the best way to go to Las Vegas is, if you have the ability to do it and take extra time, is whenever we go, we take 2 days before in Southern California. So we'll stay in Huntington or Newport area, go to the beach, like kind of relax. And then I love the drive from LA to Vegas. It's desert, but it's like kind of badass. You see Vegas creep up like in the distance,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
is
that's
my
like
favorite to do.
swingers.
And I love.
You're a huge
love
Vegas
doing
guy,
it.
right?
Love Las Vegas.
Jeff, do you
That's
love
why I ended
it?
up becoming a Knights fan. Just I just
you're
love
not
Las Vegas.
You're not a Vegas guy.
I've been to Vegas once, and I don't need to go back.
You like to gamble, so you're probably a Vegas guy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
dabble a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you?
yeah,
But what do you like about Vegas? Like what is?
Well,
Yeah,
I was
Jeff's
gonna say,
like
you guys see bets?
just
No,
guessing.
I
You're
like-
they got great restaurants.
I love.
Yeah.
I'm a big tables guy. But I
like,
to
see,
me,
that I didn't get.
I thought your OCD
I'm
would
a-
be like,
no,
I'm
I'm a
with
huge-
strangers, I'm touching cards, I'm touching chips, I'm
I'm
sitting
a big
with
craps
people.
and roulette person. I love
Really?
it. I
Wow.
suck at
Supposed to
blackjack.
die.
Because
Yeah,
the
I-
clientele
that's
in
what I
Vegas,
want.
clientele
I
in
also-
Vegas
I'm-
is so weird because you can run from like ballers and beautiful women down to just like the scum of the earth.
Yeah.
I also like my music preference is like the nightlife scene in Vegas. Like I do like going to.
You like clubbing it up? You go-
Wait, what is?
Wait,
what
What the
Really?
fuck does, wait, what?
What does that mean?
Like I listen to that
Like
type of
club
music.
music?
Like, that's
What
like
music
nah,
do you listen to?
Yeah, the DJs that are out there, like Diplo.
You listen
like,
to Diplo?
Yes.
Jeff D Lowe.
Wait,
I had you as a
Jeff D Lowe, the
complete
DJs
one
that
of
are
us.
The most similar music taste in this office to me is it's me and KB. KB and I have like our playlist would probably just completely overlap.
Zach's literally fist bumping.
Are you a
right
club
now.
guy, Jeff D?
Yeah. I love every part of Las
You
Vegas.
are-
Actually,
I love
I'm not the club that Glenny likes in Vegas. That isn't my thing.
What is what club
I was
you
gonna
do?
put
I
on
think we
some
know the
Diplo
club's
here. I don't
good.
even know what to put on.
I'm not talking
Would
about
you
strip
be
clubs.
like 6 a.m. fucking bottles in the club, like drugs and fucking tables?
Can I just?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Vegas scene. Like, love it.
But Kev, so
Yeah.
Speechless.
I
Kevin
that
can't-
but
Kevin
this is the
Clancy
guy
is
who gets
speechless.
what is it, a $100 or $200 haircut every week.
$75 haircut.
$75 haircut
Every-
weekly. Like that's a
I
Vegas
will
club
say,
guy.
I
I
went.
guess, but it just would be a different type of haircut almost.
But
You know
I
what
will
mean?
say I
It'd be-
went. Just a side note on that. I went about 3 weeks without one recently,
You
and
almost killed
my
yourself.
mom's like, "That's great. Like, save some money." And then I got the cut. She goes, because like my thing is, it adds about 10 pounds to my face. She goes, "Wow." She goes, "It does look like you lost 10 pounds in your face." I was like, "That is why I do that."
I didn't know getting his haircut.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
No, yeah.
What do you wear to the club?
Uh-huh.
Because I see you in fucking Yoda hoodies all the time.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
mean-
so 6 a.m., you're at the club, music's on, you got your $75 haircut.
It
What do you
depends,
wear?
like a bomber sport coat. I mean, I'll wear like
Oh, got it! Yeah, that's great.
We
Keep
stand.
in mind, I also work in like. I mean, I'm with you. Like I worked like a this is not a real job. Obviously, we all work a fake job here. This
Yeah.
is like a luxury. I embrace wearing shorts and garbage clothes.
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
I'm dressed up
yeah.
when I have to. Like
Are you
I
pulling
work
bitches
the-
from
yeah.
the Vegas clubs? Are you like, come on up to my room with me, baby?
Jeff,
I
will
said
s-
I said I don't need to go to Vegas after that first time I went. I want to go with Jeff D Lowe.
You-
I
the
just want to know
only
what
reason I
that's
want to go
like.
out to Vegas is because of
the
Jeff.
biggest reason I appreciate now the clubs is that it keeps me off the tables for a little while. Because I will say, going
That's
in
also a
September,
point.
Yeah.
going in September, it's like you realize really quick, and like that, like I don't really. Like I don't go to Mohegan or anything or places that like don't
You
have
want the
that.
Vegas scene,
Like,
yeah.
if anything, like I told a buddy this because like who doesn't love the club scene? If anything, you should just like the club just because you're away from a fucking table for a little while.
And
It's
also-
like, because then you're just gambling till morning.
Jeff D Lowe may go to the club, but I'm not sure how he is at the club experience. I remember meeting him out one time in Avalon at the Princeton, and it's not necessarily a club, but it's a big, huge bar. Everyone's around, music's
Music,
blaring,
girls, the whole nine.
everything, the whole 9 yards. You can barely hear anybody, and we just had like a 20-minute long conversation about like the best Oscar winners. And I loved it.
What
Like,
did you
Jeff D. Lowe.
say? It's like, yeah, Tom Hanks was robbed in '97.
But like that's the only way I know. Like I'm not a like casual like drinker or anything. That's why I haven't drank in months because like I just like
Yeah,
going
so
out.
when you go to the club, you're sober or you're ripping?
No, I mean I'll drink.
I gotta go to this club with Jeff.
I'm
D.
in
Lowe.
this club, too.
I never.
That's step one. Once places open up, this
We'll go to
crew
Vegas.
goes to the.
Yeah.
No, you were.
You know what I'm picturing?
Pop punk. I mean I
Yeah.
I'm
You're
having-
fairly drunk.
I'm having visions of, and this is the end, or this is the end of the world. You know what I'm talking about? Michael Cera. Just, just comes out of his bathroom, covered in cold.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas?
Going on like
Grabbing
gold
girls,
dust.
just like,
Stuart Hager, you're exactly
eating his
Stuart.
ass or whatever.
Like I've been to Vegas, but I haven't been to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas.
Yeah,
And I'd
you
love
gotta
for to
do
go.
it right.
I mean, but I've also never like really done like very like great bottles or like table like because like when I first started going like I had a part-time job. We were
Yeah.
not
I went-
shelling that
the
out.
first time I
So
really
I
did
still really
Vegas-
want to do like a really great one.
First time I really did Vegas was my brother's bachelor party. I had just started at Barstool, but I had kept my Deloitte job. So Barstool I was getting paid like 25 grand from Barstool. So I just got like a $25,000 bonus,
Right.
basically. So I was like, so we go to, I was the best man, and I'm like, so I gotta pay for everything. And it was like a $10,000 trip, and I wanted to put a bullet in my head. We were at the club, and then, you know, probably he had a big friend group, so it's probably like 15 guys. So we get the bottle, and like I remember like signing for the bottle, and I like turned and I like, got my drink, and I turned around and she was like, "Do you want another one? It's empty." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Right.
And they're $800 a pop. I was like, "This is going to be so much fucking money." But then you got like chicks who go and don't ever pay a fucking dime. There's nothing in the world that's more like there's Vegas for a girl is a different world than a guy. It's insane.
Yeah, they go for free.
Like literally for
Just
free.
flights.
Yeah, just the flights. Don't have to pay for hotel. Don't have to pay for anything after that. It is unbelievable the difference. But I don't know. I feel like we get like a sponsor to take Jeff D Lowe. We all
How many
fucking.
times, how many times have you been to Vegas even?
6
Okay.
times. One for the first time. The seven. I think
We
it's
got to
7
get Jeff
times.
D Lowe
Oscar
engaged so we
party.
can throw
We
a
need
bachelor party.
We
there.
need Jeff D Lowe and Nate Dogg.
Oh my God Almighty.
Does Nate Dogg go hard?
Oh,
I think I have seen it go hard.
balls. When we got
Dog
sponsored
goes
by,
hard.
I think I've seen the Nate Dogg go hard.
when we got sponsored by Fantasy Labs that one year,
Yeah.
the worldwide leader in fantasy sports, where Nate was chip leader after day one.
Yes,
we
yes.
took him to the club and like a whole bunch of like big shots, millionaires, like took us out and they asked like, oh, you want to put Barstool on the signs coming out? And I'm like, no,
Oh, that's worse.
Put Nate. They come out with Nate, and there's still a video going around. Nate just going,
He opens the hand. Opens the hand.
He never moves the elbow. It's just this. It's not like a
in front of
Yeah,
the
he's
Redskins Stadium.
Trent is right though. He opens the pop.
yeah, with the entire club just chanting Nate, 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 Nate.
And that's why Vegas is the best.
I need to do Vegas. I've never done. I went when I was
But I
10.
will say-
I went when I was 10 and when I was
Nah,
12.
count.
I think when I was.
I'm almost the opposite. I want to go to Vegas and I want to do like the lame Vegas. I want to just go to the restaurants and like go to a nice hotel. I'm not much of a gambler, and I definitely don't need to do the clubs anymore. But I feel like you can do it like low key. But you need
Go
to
downtown.
do
I've only done it
big.
once, and I
downtown
did
old
it
school.
like kind of lame.
Yeah.
I went with PFT, and it was like we
Oh,
did
for
one.
the
We did
rugby
one
thing?
night in a club, and then the next night I just went to a restaurant. I was with a different friend who happened to be in town, and it was like some nice like sushi restaurant, and that's how it was pitched to me. Like, well, we're going to this nice sushi. I was like, beautiful. I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna do a low key night, and then we got there, and it was like a karaoke sushi place, but not karaoke. Like it was like performative. Like there was like it wasn't like I couldn't get to do karaoke. It was
Right,
like
you had
a
to be, like, on-
band,
like a
like a
performer.
show.
Yeah.
And they were dancing on my table. I was trying to eat fucking sushi. And I was like, dude, can you stop bouncing the sushi right now? You're getting soy sauce all over the place. Like, they're like, it was almost like I was like in a high school musical. Like they're bouncing from table to table, like singing.
God.
I was like, this fucking sucked. Get me out of here so I can go to my hotel.
Where
room and
is
watch.
that like on the strip?
It was like right near, was it T-Mobile Arena?
Yeah.
Is that the arena in Vegas?
Yes.
It was like right near T-Mobile Arena.
Interesting.
That-
Is that why you're a Knights fan?
Yeah,
Just
so I
love
mean,
Vegas?
actually, more related to movies. My favorite movie is Ocean's 11. So like,
Right.
I'm a huge,
Ever?
yeah, like huge Ocean's 11 fan. So like, it's Vegas, and I never had a hockey team.
Wait,
I was in
to
Vegas
get,
when they announced the team, and now I'm like, I like them.
When you say, are you one of these? I feel like you split between favorite and best. Is that true?
yeah, no,
Like you don't think like
no,
Ocean's 11's like
I
the
have
best
Ocean's 11
movie?
rated fairly high. I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah, but would
Back
you
to
say
the
it's
Future
like
is
the
my
best
second
movie
favorite.
ever made?
No.
Because it's just like a fun
No, yeah,
movie
no,
and
there's
shit like that.
yeah.
There's
I mean,
not-
like I watched
yeah.
one this year called Money Plane. Everyone should watch it. It's awful. It's a 5 out of
Yeah, I
100.
think you were telling me to watch
But
it.
it
Jeff
is.
D Lowe has pitched me on Money
But
Plane.
Money-
Basically every time Jeff and
But
I
see,
talk.
you
he's
might
like,
be
you watch
like-
Money Plane yet?
You actually, like, I could see you call me up and be like,
Okay,
yeah,
hello.
as if you call me all the time. But you text me and be like, are you sure Money Plane's not up for Best Picture? Like, you would
Yeah.
love it.
Absolutely.
Is
Yeah,
that
well,
a remake of
I
Money
don't
Train?
think because you say it's like,
You should watch Money Plane. You would laugh too.
but you say it's bad. I don't like bad movies. I
No,
always
it's,
like.
I think there's a. Yeah.
I like movies that are. Well, what bad movie do I?
I mean, I'm not gonna be able to.
Here's
Like,
one.
what was Skyscraper rated?
Skyscraper's like I didn't hate it as much, but it's low. Did you like Skyscraper?
Oh, he loved it.
But that's not a. There's a like I think of bad movies as like what's it? The Room.
The
Is that
Room,
one?
yeah.
Like that is. Wait, no, is it? The
No,
Room?
no. We talked about this the other day. We did the rundown. There's like. And I heard this with Wonder Woman. This always gets me. Then I have to remind myself, like, people don't watch 250 new movies every year. It's like,
Yeah,
I get
you
it.
freak.
But people are like,
I hadn't even heard
Wonder
of
Woman
any movies
1984,
you
the
just tweeted
worst movie. Like, well, like, there's so much worse. Like, I watched a movie this year with a fucking Cher bobblehead that talked. Bobblehead of Cher. It's called
Oh,
Bobblehead's
Cher.
the movie.
But they didn't get the rights to her
Yeah,
song.
so it's just
so
Cher
it's
talking.
Cher's voice, but not her song.
No music.
How
They
does
should-
Cher not throw them a bone?
No.
You can play our fucking songs.
How about
Couldn't find a way.
You ever see the movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
No, I've not. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds bad.
No.
Like, there's
How do some
always
of those
worse.
things get made? You know?
So this is actually one of those movies that's so bad it's good.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
would that be Money
See,
Plane?
those are the movies I don't like. I don't
And-
like movies that are so bad they're good.
And you know what's good about what's funny is they made a sequel to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes called Return of the Killer Tomatoes, and George Clooney was in it.
Yo, George Clooney does bad movies left and right.
George Clooney, Batman and Robin.
I mean, he does. People got mad on the internet. He does a lot of bad movies. Not very few of his movies really live up to the George Clooney.
Yeah, you
name.
did
Well,
have
this
that,
was
yeah.
this
I
was
remember
before
that.
he was a name. This was
Yeah.
like 80s, so this
But
was
like
he
that,
wasn't
the
famous
latest
yet.
one in space was
Yeah,
so
it was-
bad.
it was pretty
and
fucking
then
bad.
and even when people throw out, they're like, "What about this, and this?" I'm like, "Yeah, those are all like, movies."
Balls likes bad movies. It's okay.
I don't like bad movies.
There's a couple of movies that Balls likes that I
I-
genuinely despise.
I love Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I think
See, I like that movie.
You-
I was
you
say, I
would-
heard that's good.
It's fucking phenomenal.
There's a.
I think that one's like
That's like a movie where like it's kind of similar to Entourage to me. Like if you're an asshole who tells me Entourage sucks because of like it's a fucking good show. If you could just stop being what do you call it?
Just like
Just stop having to stick up your ass and
snobby.
enjoy Entourage.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. If you can sit back and enjoy Abraham Lincoln
I actually
slaying
like- I
vampires,
like-
For what it's.
and
I like that
honestly the
movie,
action's awesome.
Right.
I'm a
But
sucker.
you're not gonna put that up against.
No,
I don't
I'm not
know,
putting it up
so.
against The Departed.
It is a.
But
that
I'm
is
a
I think it's an
sucker
awesome
for.
movie.
I'm a
Yeah,
sucker
I think
for.
that's actually one movie where people say it's like, yeah, it's a little bit
But
like
there's-
zany, but it's
that's
actually
my boy.
But there's
love.
okay. I was saying there's
Yeah.
there's been a pandemic here for a while, and it's the fucking love.
You hate
That's
this,
my
right?
boy.
Yeah.
That's
but
my
they're
boy.
not alone.
And
But they're not
so
alone.
many people here love it.
They're
That's
not
my
alone
boy.
though.
So
I know, like,
fun.
I know people
Marty,
outside
it's like
the
his
Barstool
gospel.
world that
Marty
think
quotes it like it's
Yeah.
fucking like it's been in.
That's a
movie
weird
history
thing.
I've only
know,
seen
Jeff
That's My
D.
Boy once. I will say
I have my
laughed a lot
list. Do you
more
want to
than
read the
expected.
list?
Oh, yeah. You,
I wanna
you
hear
like
the
to
list.
love
I
it?
was
I like
read
it.
the
Yeah.
list.
I've only
Wait, what
seen
do
it
you
one
got?
time,
You
but
got-
like, I
you
like
got a
it
list of
lot.
I got my list of favorite movies on my phone.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Abraham
totally
Lincoln
Yeah.
Vampire.
He has lists of like
If
a
you-
bunch of things that he likes to bring
Okay,
out.
do the movies, but then let's go through some other lists.
Oh,
as
he
well.
has lists.
Did you say? I think at one point I don't want to misquote you, but you said that the vampire movie is a top 5 movie for you.
Take a look at this.
Forrest Gump, Superbad, Django Unchained, The Departed, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, End of Watch. This has been. I have Goodfellas at 7 here. Goodfellas is number 1, by the way. Thor Ragnarok, Fever Pitch, Prisoners. This is the end.
Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch.
Billy Madison,
That's
That's
the
My
worst
Boy,
baseball movie
21
ever
and
made.
Over.
Bro,
It's not
Fever-
even a baseball movie, Frank. It's just a great romantic comedy. You
It's
people
the
that don't
worst
like Fever
baseball
Pitch.
movie
movie sucks.
Just
ever.
read the
Analyze
next
it.
two and then
Which one?
no, read the next two. That
That's
way
My
everyone can
Boy,
laugh at
21
you.
and Over, She's Out of My League, Grown Ups 2, The
There it
Hangover,
is.
Big Daddy, Green Book,
Which one?
Beer League,
Grown Up-
Artie
Grown
Lang's Beer League. If you've never seen
Grown
it,
Ups.
watch it. It's fucking
Two.
fantastic.
Not the first one. Two.
Gold
Two.
Member, The Interview, Pineapple Express. Analyze this.
You know what I
Thank
like
you.
about that list is I know that it's real. Like I know that that's
He
how you genuinely
yeah.
feel about those.
And he
There's-
hasn't been influenced by
there's a few-
tomatoes
right.
or
There's
the
a few
Academy.
good movies in there. Departed, Goodfellas,
Yeah, no,
End
yeah.
of Watch,
End of
Django.
Watch is super random in there, but End of
I
Watch
love
is
End of
Which
great.
one is End of Watch?
That's
Jake
way better.
Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena are two
Yeah,
cops,
very
and like
good.
I love that movie.
And
It's
it
great.
Glenny, have I
Yeah,
told you my
very
Ray
good.
Liotta story?
No, I would love
Does
to
anybody
hear
else
it.
want even walk?
Okay. I was playing poker at Harrah's, New Orleans. Ray Liotta was taping one of his C-list movies. And I was raising a lot of hands
more
at the table,
shot
and I was
Ray
wearing
Liotta,
like a
okay.
tie-dyed shirt. It looked like shit. I'd just come off the watch, been panicked there. I was looking rough. And he starts calling me Skippy. And man, I've been called a ton of nicknames in my life, but no one's ever called me Skippy. And so like the 8th or 9th time I raised, I'm like, man, I'm never gonna see this guy again. And he said, well, here comes Skippy again. I stood up on the table. You really are a funny guy! Ah! And the whole table lost their minds. He didn't think it was funny. I guess people have been doing it to him for a long time. But the whole table lost their shit. They couldn't believe I did it. But he ended up being really cool to me and signed the Goodfellas poster.
Wow.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
Goodfellas
literally,
poster.
I was like, I'm never gonna see this guy
Yeah,
again.
Goodfellas poster on your
Yeah,
wall.
where did the Goodfellas poster come
It's
from?
insane. I had one in my room, but he was down in New Orleans playing poker a good bit for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, so you knew. Okay, okay.
Yeah, but no,
I think you just
no,
routinely have the
no,
good.
no,
Pulls it out of his
Oh
coat.
wow! I was looking for you and Joe Pesci and I just
no,
shouted
no, but it was he didn't. I mean, I guess he didn't think it was funny, but everybody else at the table couldn't believe it.
Well, what limits was he playing? 2-5.
Yeah, it was too bad. Yeah, Harris. Well, the New Orleans, that was the only poker game in town. So I played with T.I., the rapper.
Oh, wow.
As
I played
opposed to
Chris-
T.I., the politician.
Chris Paul, Tim Duncan, Russell Westbrook always plays. Whether you get athletes, musicians, whatever, they all come through there. And so Michael Phelps used to play down there a lot.
Well, Michael Phelps got into poker.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah, that's what things went a little south for him.
What do you
Yeah, he
think
started-
Michael Phelps is doing right now?
Probably
Doing
still
this
living
thing.
the
You
dream.
get married
Doing this
this
thing,
way?
you know this. When he did
Yeah.
that,
He slapped
I do.
High-fiving himself behind his back.
Ever
They are
since-
freaks,
Ever
man.
since 2008, I just still do it at the golf course. It's my only warm up. Like I do the Phelps. You pretend that does anything. Yeah.
No, one of these days they're gonna come out with the truth that he actually is a merman.
He's a freak. I really do think when you are, I don't know, when you're probably like 12 or so, and you realize that like your arms are a weird length, your hands and feet are fucking huge, you have
Yeah.
flippers. It's like I have to be a swimmer because otherwise I'm just a fucking circus act.
Right.
I mean that dude's entire body is designed to just swim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you
He
can't
goes
do
around
anything
to the
else.
state fair and ties his shoes without bending
That's
over.
what I mean.
Like, either that or
You
be an
know,
Olympian.
Right, one or the other. I don't know what the move is. But so Glenny, all the way back to what's it called? Sunday Conversation. Fucked you over because you were on the list to be in Surviving Barstool. Couldn't do it because of prior commitments with Sunday Conversation, which ends up getting canceled. So you could have been in the mix here.
I know,
No
I'm-
spoilers for what's really going on. It's going to air. Surviving Barstool airs Super Bowl week. It will be the best I'm trying to figure out the right way to word this because people are always going to love like Dave videos and Dan videos and
It's
some
unlike-
classic.
unlike
But
anything I know.
as far as our produced, high quality production type of content, I think it's the best we'll ever do. The best we've ever done.
There have
Awesome.
been multiple sets of tears.
Yeah, there's been crying, there's been there will be there already have
a lot
been
of smells.
there will be friendships completely broken. Like irreparable damage will be done to friendships and work relationships here. It's high quality entertainment.
We've talked about it before. Like I forget where we might have talked about it on the phone, but like you see reality TV stuff, and you're like, there's like everyone's really trying hard and acting, and it's not.
It's really not.
You just put a little bit on the line, and then put cameras
Put them in a
out,
room,
and
and
people will kill
they
it.
go.
That really is my biggest takeaway from this as well, where I didn't think it would be as backstabby as it's gotten, and it really has. But it's just, it really turns into Lord of the Flies, like, immediately.
It's like what's the Stanford experiment?
With the
Begins with a W, I think. But it was like right away, the
guards
prison
and the
guards just started
prisoners?
abusing the prisoners, like,
Yes.
psychologically torturing them.
People
Immediately,
Yes.
it went
Like, I'll see just contestants involved that they'll just be whispering, and I'm like, they're actually, they're
Well,
doing
and
the thing.
also
They're
my
doing it.
appreciation for producers on shows like Survivor, like especially because, like even like I realized like I wasn't producing this, but I was like giving because like I've seen the show, so I was giving like people who are doing it like some thoughts, and then I started realizing like we've been interacting with the contestants, and I'm like, oh, I should be relaying what I'm hearing to the producers because like you got to be on like
On
you
top
got to
of
make
all
sure
of
you
it.
don't miss a moment.
Right.
You got to
right.
see every
but
moment.
by the same token, I used to think that producers were like the puppet masters pulling all the strings, and I know that they do some of it, but I also realized it was like press record and go. They got drunk right away. They fucked up right away. They did dumb shit. They did funny shit. I was like, well, okay, this just works.
You just let human nature do it.
And I think there's only one person like genuinely enjoying the experience.
Right. I don't even know. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I walked by someone today.
You can take
they
a
were just
guess,
like,
but-
and I was like,
They
yo,
haven't been outside,
you good?
dude.
I know.
Yeah,
I was like,
they
you
didn't
good?
use Sunday.
And they were like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm tired today. I was like, yeah, you.
0% chance we don't do a season 2 too,
Oh,
which he will
1,000%.
absolutely.
I would like to be on season 2.
Because
This
he's a
will
Survivor
be-
fan. Like Balls knows Survivor.
Well,
I
that's the
love
difference
Survivor,
too. Is there
which
was
is why I'm
basically
sad
only
I couldn't
one
do it.
person on this season at Survivor Barstool that really knew it. I think we actually next time around we need to even the playing field a little bit because it was a kind of an unfair advantage to the person who knew Survivor right
Yeah.
away. But I mean, this started out. We were going to do a live show for KFC Radio. We were trying to think of skits to play like for 2 minutes, and I was like, hey Tommy, why don't you do like a little Survivor thing? We'll play like 1 minute at a time throughout our hour-long show. And then we started talking about doing something bigger. It became this New Amsterdam thing, and now I guarantee there will be Survivor season 15 soon enough.
I hope so. I really want to do it. I mean, like Jeff just said, I'm a huge Survivor guy. My only fear would be sleeping here and potentially having a mouse run near me, but outside of that.
Which should be a
Very
fear
interesting.
because it is absolutely happens.
And you've had
Minute
that
by minute.
happen with Lisa Ann.
We were in the same room together, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay.
We were in the Twitch room doing a stream. It was me, him, and Lisa Ann, and a mouse scurried around. And you know the elephant that hops up on the stool
Oh,
really
yeah,
quick?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was Balls.
You're
In front of the porn
afraid of
star.
Glad he did not like that.
I think I'm not.
No, I don't
but
get the
Ben,
mice
you
thing.
know,
Mice don't scare me.
Why don't you just name it Ben and then you can sing to it?
There you go.
Hey.
I don't get it either.
Damn, I wish I wanted to get that one.
You don't get it? Michael Jackson, when he was a kid, sung the song Ben, which was about a pet rat.
Damn, I did not know
didn't
that.
get that one. Sorry. Frank, that is the most convoluted
Frank,
joke I've ever
Frank was
heard.
deep in his bag.
Yeah, that
real
was.
deep.
You gotta go several layers deep. Of course, it's a Michael Jackson reference. He owns a fucking.
You gotta tee up.
What, you don't know what
like
Michael
the
Jackson
Blowfish.
sang about as a child?
Tee up, give a Billy,
Frank's like,
give
it wasn't
Billy Joel
a
on
record
deck.
or anything, he just did it in his
Toss him a Billy Joel.
Yeah, the early days of Jackson 5, he sung a song called Ben. It was a big hit.
What did you say about Billy Joel?
I said if you.
No, I shouldn't say it.
I have a
Billy
Billy
said.
Joel joke for you.
What'd
See
you
if you
say
swing
about
at it.
Billy Joel?
Yeah, but
What?
Billy
You
Joel
should've
didn't
said
sing
that.
about pet rats.
Holy shit.
Glenny
I know,
flipped
I'm
the
saying,
switch.
yeah,
Glenny
when
flips
teed up.
fast.
Yeah.
I almost said one.
Like, and I love.
I almost did a Billy
I'll ask-
Joel joke. Bottle of red, bottle of wine.
There you
Whatever
go.
mood you're in tonight.
Well, I love when like I'll ask Glenny like a harmless comment. Like I just did it a second ago. I can't remember what I said. Like I said, like, you like Entourage? Of course I like Entourage. So it's like a snap. Right? Of course I do. Are you fucking crazy?
I love Entourage. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I actually rewatched Entourage like
Entourage
2 weeks
shouldn't
ago.
be. Entourage shouldn't be a sorry.
no, it's
Entourage
shit.
knows
Love
what it
that.
is. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think. Like, I'm not the biggest Entourage
People hate
fan at all.
Entourage now. People shit on
Well,
Entourage.
Jerry Ferrara banned him from watching Entourage.
True.
I
No,
watched
Jerry
more
Ferrara
Entourage
did
than
that.
Jerry
Is
Ferrara.
No.
Bernie Williams in episode 2 or not?
No!
Yeah.
Jeff D Lowe is spreading fake news.
No,
The
I
first
didn't.
celebrity cameo of
that was
Entourage is
that was
Ali
the
Wong
Wikipedia
Jeffrey
page.
recently.
That I didn't make the Wikipedia page. Whoever did an elaborate cameos Wikipedia page for Entourage
See, the
made
one-
up
Tip
all
the
of
cap.
that.
See,
What
shows
an
that you should
incredible amount of
apologize
work.
It was
for-
probably Ken Jack.
The shows you should apologize for is Big Bang Theory. That
I
should
don't
be an
watch
apology.
Big Bang.
I love that show.
I have my
I do.
favorite shows
I
too,
remember
Frank.
thinking there was a time where Trent was going to lose his job. I remember
Actually,
thinking Trent will
you
never
can
fly
tell.
again. He likes the Big Bang Theory.
remember that.
Nobody is
You
editing
persevered.
this page because still season 1 cameos in Entourage. You go Wikipedia.
For anyways.
Number 3 episode, Glenny Balls.
Yeah, Jeff T.
that
made
I
that
edited.
last.
Glenny Balls still.
I will say, I'm looking at my TV shows right now. There's nothing crazy that I should get yelled at before. Honestly, there's nothing bad.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, let it rip.
Sopranos, Entourage, Friends, Seinfeld, Jersey Shore, Sons, Love, a delightful show on Netflix. I don't know if anyone's watched.
Yeah,
it.
Love
I-
is
dude,
good.
I
That's
love
from
the movie.
With
Yeah.
Jillian James.
Jillian
Yeah,
Jacobs and the
and
guy.
then the Meek
Didn't
guy.
I?
Yeah.
Jillian Jacobs.
Yeah, and then that Meek guy, Paul.
Fantastic
like,
movie. Paul
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Paul Russ is his name. I
The
think.
first
That's
season
like
of
the
that is a
Meek
delight.
name.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's from Judd Apatow.
Yeah, 11/22/63, which is high suggest if anyone saw that. That was
James
JFK.
Franco, James
That's the
Franco,
same thing
time
with
travel,
like
Stephen
Abraham
King.
Lincoln. I'm a whore for historical
Historical
fiction.
fiction, yep.
If anyone is watching this has any
Yeah,
more
that,
historical
that,
fiction
that,
shit
that,
to tell
that
me,
show should
I'd
be
love to
good. It
watch.
sucks, though. It's terrible.
I just like because it's historical
Wait, are we
fiction.
talking about Man in the High Castle?
that
Well,
too.
that's
That should be good. That
11/22/63.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was-
11/22/63 is like time travel. Like
Somebody
stops
gave
at
me
Kennedy
that one.
assassination.
They were like finally because like I talked to a friend about what, and I'll like Glenny get back to the list, but friend for years we saw like the Subway ads for Man in the High Castle, and he was like, "Hey, I finally watched it. I loved it." I was like, "You know what? Quarantine. Like I'm gonna watch it." I went like 3 episodes. I was like, I fucking
And
hate
I,
it.
and
I stayed up
like,
for, like, the midnight drop of that.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
When I learned about like, oh, what if the Nazis won and America is Germany and
So
all,
bad.
and it was like this is
It was like that bad.
unwatchable.
I got 2 episodes in and I was out.
I think
Yeah.
that's where everyone got. But it also did like 3 seasons.
I know,
Like,
it
3
kept
or 4
going,
seasons.
and I think it did like win awards, or at least was popular. I'm like, who is watching this?
That's why I'm very excited for. I think you could confirm this, Jeff D. The new Loki series is going to be like that, right?
Yes, the new
Like,
Marvel Loki one.
I'm horny
He's
for
gonna
that
like
shit. That's
he
gonna be
will
good.
time travel and
Affect,
go to
like, history and stuff?
I believe in the
Yeah.
trailer they have him as DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Like Loki
Dope.
jumps out of the plane and then
Oh,
and
wow.
they like summon him
I'm
back
really
to
in on that.
then like
Yeah.
summon him
It's
back
the
to
Loki
Actually, the guy who writes that show is writing the Star Wars movie for Kevin Feige, who runs Marvel. Massive Barstool fan, follows all of us.
Really?
The guy who
Okay.
writes Loki is a big
I've been
Barstool
thinking about
fan.
that, by the way. Like,
Really?
if this thing
And
lasts,
doing a Star Wars movie for Kevin Feige. So
if Barstool
Cameo?
continues, if it continues to last like long enough, it continues to grow. We're gonna get stoolies in like high places. You know what I mean?
Can you
Because it's
put
just
me
like
up
they're,
and be a rank- I
you know,
can
they
be a
started
rank
out as like an
Frank, I'm
intern,
gonna
and
get
now
us
they're gonna
Frank.
be like,
Right.
oh,
I'm
I
gonna get
write
us
for
cameos.
Marvel, and I've been reading Barstool since like 2010. It's like, eventually we're gonna have a goddamn president. You know?
he also writes Rick and Morty too, so that's why it's like Rick
Dave's
and
at
Morty.
officially plus 25,000
I saw it.
to
yeah.
be the next president.
Yeah,
So
I saw
yeah.
it.
Really?
Yeah, they,
250 to 1.
it's like
I mean, Jesus. He keeps saying no, but it keeps feeling like a yes. Every time he says no, it's like he's like I'm doing. It's basically like
Well,
okay.
what politician or somebody who's ever ran for president said they were going to run for president?
right. Everyone
like,
always says
before
no,
that?
and then they
Yeah,
do
true.
it. Yeah. All right, we got to wrap it up here. I got to go do Surviving Barstool. Make sure you go get your bottle of St. Hubert's the Stag. Check out your local wine store, or follow along on Instagram and Facebook. St. Hubert's the Stag .u-s. That's St. Hubert's the Stag .u-s to get your bottle of Stag.
And you'll dearly love it.
And you know what? Oh, see what he did there with the deer? Why don't you take us out, little Billy Joel? Bottle of
A
red.
bottle of red, a bottle of white, whatever kind of mood you're in tonight, and get anything you want in our Italian restaurant.
That was
Yeah.
I'm not going again. I'm just coming here.
We'll see you guys next week for another edition of Friday Night Pints.
You like that one?
Yeah,
Thanks for watching Friday Night Pints. Make sure you click on the bell icon below to keep up with notifications, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Strong drinks, full pints, can't lose.
Can't lose.